Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to the weekend preview, or midweek preview. I don't even know what day of the week it is now, but welcome to the preview of the second part of festive football here in England. And today we are going to be obviously going through. We'll have a look at the review of what happened in the last 2 days, and big congratulations to Urosh, who has won himself the golden cap. So well done to you, mate. Decent score, I've got to say. There were some upsets this weekend. To still manage 12.5 points, it's not too bad. Citizen Nev and the Real Villain, plus Mac, Volchi, and Webby's White all managed double figures. And if we scroll down, myself in good company with Rujistan and Klosev as the, let's say, runners-up of that round. I am really having a terrible, terrible time of things this season, aren't I? Let's have a quick update of the leaderboard. Webby's White still does hold a 4-point lead over Urosh, the Real Villain up there in third. And if we scroll down, we can see that, I've really started to drop off, haven't I? So, oh, that is, you'd almost say it's embarrassing if I had any shame, wouldn't you? All right, let's go and have a look and see what we've got upcoming here this round of games. We start with Crystal Palace, who are an absolute shambles, and Leicester City. I mean, if you can't beat 10-man Villa, then you do have something going on, don't you? Leicester's going to beat them, aren't they? They didn't look like they could score. Oh, they had a couple of half chances, I suppose, but they really didn't look like they could score a goal to save themselves. So we'll say 2-0 Leicester in that one. Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Oh, I'm really annoyed that Chelsea lost to Arsenal because you feel like they're going to have a response. I do worry about Villa's squad depth this time of year, I've got to say. No Tyrone Mings as well. Yeah. I just don't quite think it's going to happen for us, unfortunately, in this one. But you never know. Big test of our title credentials. Everton versus City. This could be a very... I tell you what, 650 on Everton at home. I'd have a piece of that. Let's have a look, though. City haven't been great, have they? I'm going to say 1-1. Don't know why. Just down. This is why I'm coming last. Brighton versus Arsenal. Now, is this Arsenal's, their big recovery begun, or is this we've got our victory now? We can go back in our shells moment. I wonder. Brighton are decent at home, aren't they? They'll scrap. They'll fight. I'm going to say they get a 1-1 draw out of that. I wouldn't be surprised if Brighton won, actually, but it's difficult to know what's going to happen with Arsenal from here, isn't it? Burnley versus Sheffield. Poor Sheffield United. If there was ever a game that had 0-0 written all over it, but you think at home, maybe Burnley nick it. Southampton versus West Ham. West Ham will be kicking themselves. They didn't beat Brighton, won't they? Southampton, they had a dodgy draw as well, didn't they? Yeah, 0-0 with Fulham. I'm going to say maybe 2-1 to Southampton at home. That sounds like a good score. Sam Allardyce versus Leeds. This is the, unstoppable force and immovable object, isn't it? So it'll probably be 0-0. What the hell would Leeds do? Beat Burnley 1-0. I think Leeds might have too much going forward. We'll say 3-1. No, Sam Allardyce isn't going to get beaten by 3 again, is he? So let's say 2-1. Manchester United versus Wolves. Wolves, good point, wasn't it, against Spurs last night? United, they drew 2-2 at home. You can't see them, I don't think, dropping points, can you? Maybe you can. Wolves just don't quite look the same without Jimenez up top, do they? Spurs versus Fulham. Now, Spurs are just quietly going into a little bit of a slump here, aren't they? Fulham are, they're doing their best Sheffield Wednesday impersonation and trying to draw themselves to safety without scoring any goals, aren't they? Yeah, you think they'll be a little bit too strong, Tottenham, for that one. And of course, the squad depth comes into it this time of year as well, doesn't it? Newcastle versus Liverpool. Newcastle, 2-0 is probably not the worst result you could get against City. But Liverpool, they'll be angry that they drop points, won't they? And you get the feeling that Newcastle might be on the end of Maybe not a Crystal Palace score, but certainly on the end of something. So if you haven't done your tips yet, make sure you go and do those. It looks like most people have. I've got this out as early as I can, day of the game, so apologies if it's not quite in time. Fantasy football, we can see here, Cobra Chickens and Vulture FC are still up there. I've had a decent week myself. I've moved myself up into third place. Congratulations this week. It's got to go to McGinn Tonic with a 65-point week. Fantastic stuff there. And Kloppo FC had a poor week. I'm assuming lots of Liverpool players in that team, and that's probably their result against West Brom has hurt. But it's the Chickens and the Vulture that are still flying high, both with 55 points this week as well. So there's been no change in the gap there, and I'm coming for you, boys. I'm coming for you. All right, let's have a look here, see what I've done for this particular week. I have made changes to the squad. We've got Pope in goal against Sheffield United. I don't trust the Villa defence against Chelsea, so Pope comes in. We're going with a back four, so Tarkowski against Sheffield United comes in, so Sheffield United is going to score loads and loads of goals. You're welcome, Sheffield Wednesday fans. Sheffield United fans even. Robinson, Zuma, and Doherty will be my back four. Grealish will stay in with Klitsch, De Bruyne and Son, who will captain against Fulham. And Vardy and Bamford will be my two strikers up top. So that is the team that I've gone with. Hopefully it'll get me a few extra points than everybody else. And, that is it. Congratulations to, as I said, to Urosh on his golden cap. Enjoy your rest of festive football, unless you're a Chelsea fan, in which case, be nice.